So far we have this. We're starting to form in our window frame. Next, let's add another trimmer stud to this side of our window. And then we will mate this side of the trimmer to that face of the windowsill. So far your assembly should look like this. Now when there is a full height stud next to a trimmer, it's called a king stud in this case, just because it's part of the window frame assembly. Let's add another king stud to the other side here. So 2x6 wall stud for 9-foot ceilings. Just pop another one of those in. And I'm having a hard time seeing that, so I'm going to move that out and hit my next constraint, which will be flush. And then we will make these two faces together, this one and that face. Next, let's add in what's called the header across the top. The plans didn't call for a specific size, so in this instance a 2x8 header should be plenty adequate. Place 2 of those, and they need to be assembled. I'll do a speed assembly of these for you. We're assembling them to the outside so that a little bit more insulation can be added right here. If you look at our construction documents, it shows the position of those headers to be at the outside of the wall with fiberglass insulation right here to keep a little more heat inside the house in the cold. Next, we'll place the second header piece right next to this. They would be nailed together. They form a very sturdy support above the top of the window. We need to continue our 16-inch on center spacing. It goes here, 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 and here, and here. We need to follow suit up here with a couple more cripples. Go to place. It's called 2x6 upper cripple stud for wall window. Place 2 of those. They'll sit right on top of the header. And I'm going to mate this one to the outside of this header. And then the spacing is not off of this trimmer, it's off of this king stud here. So make them flush and then then enter 16 inches. And that's correct for it to just sit right off the edge like this in this case. Do the same to this one. I'm looking at a current printout of this project, and another note has been added here on this wall we're working on. It says to add fire blocking at a height of 8 feet. Fire blocking is additional pieces of lumber that are put in a wall to help retard the spread of fire. If it's harder for air to move through this wall to spaces above, then a fire won't spread as quickly. So place a copy of this file called fire blocking and go ahead and constrain it so it sits 8 feet above this sole plate. So it looks like this. Now let's save this. Go to File, choose Save, and name it Wall with Window, and make sure it's saved into your main floor folder like this. Then you can close this file, go to Place, and just like a part file, you can click on this assembly you made. One thing I need to watch is I need those headers to face the outside so that we can put insulation here on the inside. So I'm going to have to turn this around. First I'm going to go ahead and place the sole plate on the floor. Select the bottom of it and made it to the floor. And then to spin this around, let's go with the flush constraint. Select this side. And that's what I need, the side of the floor. Apply that, and then one more flush constraint. And we've got one wall up. Click File Save, minimize your model, and I'm going to go back to my main floor folder. Our other wall that has a door in it is actually quite similar to this file, so right click on this and choose Copy, and then Paste, so that you've got two of them, and name this Wall with Door. And then once you've named that, open it up, and we're going to do a little bit of editing. We're going to take out the sill and the two cripples and the bottom plate and place a new plate in there. This represents a piece that's been cut out for the doorway. And then close and save that. And then place that subassembly onto your model. It's already facing the right direction. And then to finish these walls, let's place some sheathing on the outside. We have a file here for the wall with the door and with the window. Assemble those so that they look like this and like this. Notice the sheathing goes all the way down and ties in with the rim joist. When you're done, save your model.